What makes you, you? For centuries, the answer was simple: your genes. The DNA passed down from your parents, stretching back thousands of generations, writing the biological code for who you are. This genetic story dictates your eye color, your height, and your natural talents. It's a powerful legacy, written in the language of life itself. This is the classic story of evolution, a process of slow, steady, relentless change. Think about the evolution of lactose tolerance in humans. It took thousands of years of dairy farming for the genes allowing adults to digest milk to become common in certain populations. That's evolution on a biological timescale, a powerful but incredibly patient force driven by genetic inheritance and natural selection. But what if I told you that story is now radically incomplete? What if a new force is in the driver's seat of human evolution? A force so powerful and so fast that it leaves genetics in the dust. Some scientists now believe that humanity is in the middle of a massive evolutionary shift. The new engine of our evolution isn't DNA, it's culture. And by culture, we don't just mean art and music. We're talking about the entire sum of human knowledge, our technologies, our institutions, our languages, and our shared beliefs. Everything we learn from each other. Researchers Timothy Waring and Zachary Wood from the University of Maine recently published a bold paper arguing just that. Their conclusion doesn't just update the story of evolution, it flips the script entirely. In their words, cultural evolution eats genetic evolution for breakfast. It's not even close. So what's their evidence? First, and most importantly, let's talk about speed. As we saw, genetic change takes generations. But culture? A new idea, a groundbreaking technology, or a powerful social norm can spread across the entire globe in a matter of days, even hours. Think about how quickly the internet and smartphones rewired society. In less than a single generation, they changed how we work, how we communicate, and even how we think. Our biology simply can't keep up with that pace. But it's not just about speed. The second, and perhaps more powerful advantage, is that culture learns. It is flexible and it accumulates. Genes are passed on, flaws and all. It's a one-way street. Culture, on the other hand, is like a global, open-source project. We can consciously choose which ideas to adopt, we can learn from our mistakes, and we can build upon the discoveries of those who came before us. Newton, Einstein, and the pioneers of computing all stood on the shoulders of giants. This allows culture to accumulate solutions at an exponential rate. And here's where it gets personal. The researchers ask us to consider a powerful thought experiment. What matters more for your personal life outcomes, the genes you are born with, or the country where you live? Let's be honest. Someone with a genetic predisposition for a treatable disease has a much better chance of a long, healthy life if they're born into a society with advanced medicine than a person with perfect genes born into a society without access to sanitation, education, or healthcare. Today, your well-being is overwhelmingly dependent on these vast cultural systems around you. In fact, culture now regularly preempts genetic evolution. It solves problems before natural selection even gets a chance to act. Have poor eyesight? Genes might have made you easy prey for a predator 100,000 years ago. Today, eyeglasses solve the problem. Your genes haven't changed, but your reality has. Facing fertility issues? Modern medicine offers solutions that bypass those genetic limitations entirely. We are becoming less dependent on our individual biology and more dependent on our collective knowledge. Our ability to build shelters and create clothing allows us to live in extreme climates our bodies were never evolved for. Agriculture provides a stable food source, shielding us from the brutal selective pressures of famine. This leads to the most mind-blowing part of their theory. Because culture is a group phenomenon. It only exists between people. It's pushing us to become more group-oriented. We are evolving to rely not just on our own abilities, but on the strength and knowledge of our societies. Waring and Wood suggest this could be a major transition in individuality, similar to when single cells banded together to become multicellular organisms. Each cell gave up some autonomy to become part of a more complex, more capable whole. They argue we might be evolving from individuals into societal superorganism, a controversial idea that challenges how biologists define individuality itself. Our descendants might not be individuals adapting through their genes, but entire societies adapting as a single entity through cultural change. Think about our global economy, our scientific community, the internet itself. These are all vast, interconnected systems that function on a level beyond any single individual. Our future destiny may not be written in our DNA, but in our laws, our scientific discoveries, our global supply chains, our art, and yes, even our memes. It will be shaped by the collective systems and stories we build together. Now, the researchers are clear this isn't about some societies being better than others, or that this path is some kind of utopian destiny. Evolution can produce brutal outcomes as well. The goal is to understand the deep patterns of our evolution to hopefully steer it towards a better, more cooperative future for everyone. Their theory is testable, and they're building models to track this incredible transition. So are we witnessing the next stage of what it means to be human? A future where our collective culture is more important than our individual code? It's a profound question that challenges the very idea of who we are. It suggests that our future evolution is now in our own hands, for better or for worse. So I want to hear from you. Which cultural innovation, from language to the internet, do you think has had the biggest impact on humanity? And is this idea of a superorganism exciting or terrifying to you? Let me know in the comments. If you found this fascinating, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the future of humanity. Thanks for watching.